Welcome back to Auntie Chats and Tarot. Today is a chat, and the topic that I picked is based on some readings that came through this week. One in particular that talked about patterns, and are we just with people because it's familiar type of energy? And that can certainly happen. I was drawn to in my meditation a situation that I experienced years ago where I thought there was a lot of harshness there directed towards me. And then I kind of went with that and I followed a pattern that I saw in my life, and I followed that further to where I thought the core of that might be. And just food for thought here in our Auntie Chats, which are all about remembering who you are and remembering your self worth, as is this channel largely based. But also just to roll some thoughts around in your mind. Maybe in life we are doing patterns, we're living patterns rather than making good choices. In my case, maybe there was even a sense of, do I just got too comfortable with the harshness. And where that was coming from, I was able to get to the core of that. Something way back, something that had happened for years. Almost a feeling of, do I deserve this? Or even just being so comfortable with it that this is how people respond to me. But it's a retraining of the brain, I do believe, because nobody is deserving of that. So if that's happening to you, rethink that. Nobody's deserving of that. That is probably that person's projecting onto you. Maybe it's their lack, maybe it's their inability to handle things. Whatever it is, it's healthy to separate yourself from the whys of why you're receiving a certain treatment. And that may be somebody who's harsh. It could be anything, really. You can just leave it blank and fill it in for your particular situation. But recognizing that that is that person. They are angry with something about themselves. And trying to separate yourself from that so that when you make other decisions about other people in your life, you're not repeating that. You're picking someone who is exactly what you're wanting. Healthy, supportive, in your corner. In your corner, no matter how you're coming across. You know, of course you want to come across healthy yourself. Follow that path. Recognize that. Has the way you've been treated in turn been how you've treated others? Of course. So, in meditation, that I mention a lot on this channel, you can, I do believe, I have success in this, I know you will too. I know if you're into meditation, you have already followed the messages, followed the enlightenment, seen patterns like this, followed it to its core. It may not come overnight, it may take some time, but the important thing is to come to some of these realizations so that you can make true changes in your life about who you want to spend time with, about the demands that you make on people in a healthy way. Demand is kind of a harsh word, but in how you expect to be treated, that you're clear on that they're clear on that you have boundaries. Just something to think about in our Auntie Chats. Again, coming back to knowing yourself and knowing your worth. I apologize for that interruption. Just as a wrap up, think about what's happening in your life, how you're being treated by others. If it's in a manner that you are not comfortable with or you don't like, try and figure out where that's coming from. Try and figure out why that is in your life. Try and figure out how you're going to eliminate that from your life in a healthy way. not dipping down into any kind of negative vibe if that's what you're dealing with, but rising above it, being clear, being honest with people. This is what I expect in this interaction, whether that's work or personal. And even how you carry yourself can be very important. Letting people know, I'm important, you're going to recognize that. And then we're going to get along fine. Because if I need to state boundaries, I will. I expect a certain level of treatment, and you will abide by that. Or we need to go separate ways. And no hard feelings. We're just not a good combination, because this is not what I want for my life. So good luck to you. This is kind of a deep Auntie Chats, but I know that it is going to resonate with people out there, and it's kind of a tough topic, but I promise you, if you follow the patterns, you'll figure out where it's coming from, and that will help you to remove it, to stop the patterns, to change your interactions with people, change who you interact with. So remembering who we are and remembering our self-worth. Until next time, thank you for joining me. Thank you for supporting this channel, and we'll see you again.